about two codependent friends who are in high school who kidnap a serial killer and force him to start terrorizing their town so they can blow it up on their social media.
So they could take revenge on their enemies, or just for fun?
It's mostly just for fun.
So it's been described as a mix of Heathers and Scream. Do you think that's a fair comparison?
Oh, I wish those are two fucking classic movies that I respect the hell out of. So that's definitely we kind of aspire to do something like that. But like again, like we want it to be very now. Like we like the throwback elements in are very I guess non-fundamental. But we really want it to be like a gateway horror movie for people now. So like when things like Clueless or whatever kind of pop up in reviews, it's like that just shows me that like. Clueless came out like 22 years ago, and they're like, hey, it's a teenage girl movie. It's like Clueless, like that just shows me there's like a severe fucking lack of these sorts of narratives. And so I'm really excited that, that people are comparing it to some movies that I really love. I just hope that I hope that there's more movies that kind of skew towards this audience.
Are you targeting teenage girls specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think that's a good audience for this kind of thing? For horror movies?
Yeah, I mean, the horror audience statistically skews a little bit towards women, and so I mean, young women in theory like horror movies. I mean, anyone who enjoys it is welcome as far as I'm concerned. But our protagonists are definitely young women. And I hope that the audience would see themselves in that.
Speaking of them, how did you go about casting those two? Because they're two, big up and coming names. One from Deadpool, one from X-Men.
Yeah, just a lot of luck. We made some pretty extensive lists, and we're fortunate enough to get some very good casting directors who had built some good like ensembles in the past. Like you mentioned, Scream, and Lisa and Sarah, who are casting directors, had cast that movie, as well as Jawbreaker, which I think is a fucking masterpiece, like kind of 90s. Like teen movie, so we wanted to have a kind of a 90s like high school movie vibe to it, so that's So with that, we were kind of looking for a pair and kind of offering them as a pair, so we were very relieved when Alex and Brianna, we kind of found them and I met them, and it just became apparent that they were we were going to be able to build something really special.
Would you consider it a feminist movie?
I guess so. I mean, yeah, sure. I wouldn't say like we were like sitting around thinking like, well, let's make a feminist horror movie, but we just were kind of outline characters we found were really interesting, and since it's about girls, and there's a bit of a tendency historically for like kind of young women to be like victimized in horror movies, and I think that this movie definitely is not that. So I mean, it's come up a couple times in articles and things like that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess so.
It's the reverse of it, basically.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, feminism really just means equality, and so, like, I mean, I'm all for that. So
just very quickly, what are you doing after Tragedy Girls? What's next?
I have a movie called Nightlight, which we're working on. So it just sold to Sony Pictures, and so Bob Shea's company, Unique Features, is making it with a guy named Vince Gatewood directing. So we're really excited about that.